Christmas came early in the form of multiple unannounced game leaks from practically every single studio, console maker, or developer. We got a lot to sift through, so let's break this all down. Up next. What up, guys? This is Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. Of course, at the Game Awards, it was revealed that SEGA is looking to make a little bit of a comeback in a major way. Their main goal here was to revive a bunch of older IPs that are beloved by gamers around the world, like Jet Set Radio, Golden Knight, Streets of Rage, and of course Crazy Taxi. But what's happening here is SEGA was caught in 4K filing some trademarks for some unannounced games. As you can see here, it was pointed out by Gamematsu that some of these games listed were not announced at the Game Awards. Titles like Jet Set Radio, of course, are on this list, but I see Altered Beast, Kid Chameleon, and Eternal Champions on this list now too. As we pointed out at the end of that long list of games making a comeback, there was that "and more" tag, so who knows if this could be all a part of it. Come on, SEGA, I know you got Sonic Adventure 3 waiting somewhere in there. Give it to me now. Now, in the subject of leaks, let's talk a bit about Xbox and how a list of games slated for 2024 might have just come to the surface. And I gotta tell you, this list is looking good. First things first, this list of games is coming from a Microsoft senior PR manager and lead. Now, this list of games includes all of the titles he lended a helping hand to, but direct your attention to the bottom of the list, and you'll see how Towerborn and South of Midnight are slated for 2024. Right off the bat, it's pretty well known that Towerborn is slated to come out in 2024. But South of Midnight is a game we had no clue when or where this game would release. I mean, right up until this point, we haven't even seen gameplay, let alone anything else for it. So to hear it might be releasing in 2024 is quite a surprise if you ask me. But to calm this all down a bit, since then he has removed the years attached to these games. Personally, I have a hard time believing that South of Midnight will be ready to go by 2024, seeing how we've yet to see gameplay, let alone another trailer. But to kind of look on the bright side of things, Compulsion Games' last project was We Happy Few back in 2018. So, in a totally hypothetical situation, if South of Midnight releases in, let's just say, late 2024, that gives the studio 6 years of development time for this game, which is more than plausible. And let's not rule out a potential Xbox Developer Direct here to reveal this game even more, along with hopefully a release date for Hellblade 2, and shout out to you Hollow Knight fans out there, let's get Silksong. Now, earlier this week, there was a pretty big hack that took place, which did involve Insomniac being subject to a ransomware attack. This hack resulted in a whole bunch of employees' personal data being leaked, which is just plain horrible. But following all this, unconfirmed images of projects like The Wolverine and another mystery title have now come to the surface as well. Now, I will not be showing any of it, but I will tell you about all of it, seeing how the pictures are just kind of blurry. And again, this is all unconfirmed stuff. First up, there was a picture that had this here text. Quote, 2025 for the studio and planned projects. Miles, RCE, SM2, SM3, and then Spider. Now, it's easy to make out some of those titles like Miles Morales, and of course Spider-Man 2 and 3. That's not shocking, seeing how those games are doing great, but what's RCE? Now I'm gonna speculate here, could that be a potential Ratchet & Clank game? And what about that Spider-related title at the end there? Well, another image was leaked and it hinted at the Spider-Verse, so could they be cooking up a whole Spider-Verse game? Of course, within these games, there have been plenty of references to the Spider-Verse. But what is interesting here is it's widely known that Insomniac has been working on this unannounced multiplayer project. And this is all through various job listings and so on. So could they be working on a full Spider-Verse multiplayer game now too? The prospect here is pretty freaking sweet if you ask me, but again, all of these images are unconfirmed, so just take it as you will. But with all that being said, I'm going to pass this question off to you guys. Out of all the leaks mentioned today, what interests you the most? For me, it's that Spider-Verse game. I'm all on board for that. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.